So, Jason, you and I, in case any of the viewers don't know this, you and I are both product leaders at Segtigo.
Yep.
Segtigo recently went through a complete visual brand identity overhaul. Go look at the website if you didn't. It looks different. Colors are different. Logos different. Fonts are different. Things like that. That's not what we're going to talk about today. But one of the things that's happened is there's this phrase that has now popped up with the new brand identity overhaul, which is simplicity at scale. And I just thought it would be interesting to see what we think that phrase means to us.
Yeah, it means some very specific things to me, and it's the coming together of a lot of trends within how we think about our products that I think are also some wider trends within the industry, but that it's part of where we're leaders in the thinking about this, and it really tells you about our values.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk simplicity first. So back in the day, Tim, to stand up a private certificate authority was like kind of almost on purpose, very, very difficult. Very bespoke sets of tooling to have to be set up, had to be installed very carefully by a small army, sometimes a large army of professional services specialists. Whereas today, if you were to come to Segtigo and say, hey, I need a private CA, it's literally, how fast can you tell us what cert profile you'd like?
Yeah.
Like, do you want RSA or ECC? Yeah. A couple other questions, button click, it's done.
They've been set up same day.
Same day.
Yep.
That is new, relative, right? It's maybe 5-6 years old in terms of that capability, but it's part of a theme of simplicity. How do you get a cert now? Well, Acme and Segtigo's network agent, etc., all the different provisioning technologies that we bring to the table are about making it a lot easier to have a very secure, very reliable certificate provisioning, right? Very reliable renewals, very reliable replacements, very reliable revocation when it has to happen, will happen. The difficulty it used to be to have a one pane of glass visibility is now part of the system. The 5 pillars of CLM. And so, you can say the 5 pillars of CLM and have a nice slide, but actually making it so that you removed friction for the customer to make all those things happen, I can tell you that there's no way in the world that Cab Forum would have successfully voted for, 200-day, 100-day, 47-day certificates.
If there weren't robust, reliable, readily available CLM, just easily obtained by subscribers.
Easily.
Yeah.
Simplicity had to be part of the story. It couldn't just be, yes, it's 1992 all over again, and the early PKI tools that there's maybe 3 people in the world who actually understand this stuff. Those are the people you have to call to implement it. And by the way, it'll be $1 million while you're at it. There's no way we could get as far as we have in both public trust and private trust without simplicity being at the center of everything. So simplicity at scale. Let's talk about scale.
Okay.
Tim, the difference between a digital certificate and just a raw key pair, there's a few things to note. There's some policies written on that envelope that becomes the certificate around that key pair. I would say that the most important one is the certificate lifespan as a policy written right onto the cert. And that alone causes you to have to scale the management of the certs. Back when it was 5-year, 10-year certs, I don't even think CLM existed at that point in time. And if it did, it was very simple. Well, now we've got hugely simplified certificate lifecycle management, thank goodness. What is its purpose? Its purpose is to solve a scaling problem.
Yeah. Sure.
So therefore, that's as few words as I can do. It's probably too many, but as few words as I can come up with to explain simplicity at scale. That's essentially what certificate lifecycle management and what a good CA is trying to be.
I think that's exactly right. All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you, Tim.